It's Brittany. So today's gonna be a popcorn chat video, and today we're gonna be discussing on Psycho. And Psycho is just Alfred Hitchcock's classic horror movie, and I've always, heard of it, but I didn't quite watch it quite young. But it wasn't until as a teenager that I did. And yeah, of course, I was freaked out, especially by the shower scene. And I think that made me feel a bit more cautious and probably paranoid, but at the same time, I make sure when I am taking a shower that I'm aware of my surroundings, and if I hear any noise, to, just be on the lookout because you can never be too careful. So, yeah. And, but, other than that, it is a really good, you know, classic horror movie. And it's just one of those things that gets under your skin, especially with the character of Norman Bates and how he's peeking into the hole, you know, looking at Miriam through the hole. It's like, okay, like this, that's just creepy. You don't go doing that. But that's why he wanted her to stay in that room right close to the office, so that way he can peek through the hole, like whatever she may be doing, that he's spying on her, just being a creep. So, ugh. And even the music is great. Now, just want to say that these popcorn chats is what I call, because they're actually movie discussions, so I can talk about anything when it comes to the characters, the performances, music, costume designs, special effects, um, pretty much anything, even like Easter eggs or references, anything at all, or anything like about a scene that I either like or don't like, what could have been different, or if I felt like that maybe certain things didn't need to be different because I just like it the way it is. Yeah, that's pretty much what it's all about. Even though it's somewhat similar to a movie review, although it's not, because it's just quite different, because you're just going on, like, you're just talking about from one topic of certain things of the movie, but then you go on to the next topic that you want to mention of that movie. So just want to clarify that. So yeah, now the acting in this movie is great. It really is, especially with Anthony Perkins as Norman Bates. It's just eerie and creepy, because you don't want to be around that kind of character where he has this psychological problem and you don't know what's going on in his head, and you don't know the kind of secret he's hiding, especially the fact that he killed his mother out of jealousy, because he was jealous of of his mother's boyfriend, and he felt like he was taking his mother away from him. And so, and he was just so full of jealousy and rage, I think he pretty much snapped. And not only he killed his mother's boyfriend, but he also ends up killing his mother too. And it's like, and so now at this point in this movie, I don't know if him and his mom were ever close, or if they weren't close, but let's say if he wanted to have a close bond with her, but maybe she was the kind of person where she was difficult to get along with, to ever like really bond with, with her son. So I don't know. Because now from the TV show, Bates Motel, it shows you a bit more. And so that's pretty much what it shows. Like, it shows how, they have fights here and there. They don't really see eye to eye, but other than that, I think he does feel close to her and she feel close to him, you know. But in this movie, I don't know if it's really that. I don't know if they ever had that kind of mother and son bond of the movie before the show came out. I don't know. So I can't really say. I can't say how, if he was really close to his mother or whether if he wasn't. I don't know. But yeah, he just did such a good job with the role. And even Janet Leigh, like, she does a good job too, because as you can see, she looks you can see that she's unnerved and she's uneasy about who might be watching her, because at some point the police followed her to the car shop, where you buy cars at well, not auto parts. I think that's where they fix your car. But she goes to just going like car shopping. So she gets a new car, but of course you can see she's becoming like paranoid, because she thinks that somehow the police, that policeman that she encountered with earlier, that she thinks he's following her. But I don't know why he was there. Maybe to check on her, maybe to see what she was doing. But other than that, no one likes the feeling of being watched or being followed, not at all. And of course, at some point, you can see she is a little uncomfortable with Norman, because she, of course, she doesn't know him well. She doesn't know who he is. She doesn't know what secret he's hiding, and like that weird side to him. So of course she doesn't know. And at some point she minds her own business. But then somehow this other side to Norman, his mother's personality side, starts to take over, and then that's when he dresses up as her and goes to her room and kills her, which makes it look like his mother killed him, when really it was him in disguise of him dressing up like his mother to make it look like someone else killed her, even though it wasn't. So yeah, that is ooh, that is scary. And I think with everyone that did this movie did such a great job. And I think when it came to the lighting with the shower scene, I think that did very well. Only because when you see her, she's screaming so she can see this person, stabbing her. And when she sees this person, now of course we don't really see the face clearly, because all we see is this bright light behind this figure. And when we come to see this figure, it looks like a dark figure approaching, so of course we don't see the clear facial features. So of course we can't see, is this a woman doing this? Is this Norman? But then of course we do come to find out it was Norman all along. So I think the lighting in that scene was done well, because it was meant to hide his face dressed as his mother when he was killing her in the shower, because we can't know by then, like, oh, that's him. We can't know until much later, up until um, Miriam's sister finds his mother's corpse in the basement on the chair, and she screams in terror, and then all of a sudden he comes in, you know, in that long dress and the wig, and all of a sudden she sees him, and then she's screaming, and then um, her sister's boyfriend comes in and then stops him, and later, they arrested him, and I think they put him in an asylum, I believe. Because that was with someone like that, you can't just put someone in just in any jail. You have to put them in an insane asylum. So yeah, because with someone who has a psychological problem mentally, and psychological trauma, it's like that's not the kind of person you want to put in a cell, in jail behind bars, because you don't know if they could snap and kill the rest of the people who are in jail, and because it can get crazy, it can get really bad. So of course, for those who are mentally unstable and they're not really there, and there's something really wrong with them, but of course, whether if you may know what's really wrong with them or not, you just don't want to put them in any like county jail behind bars. They need to be put in an insane asylum, because they have to be locked up in a secure room where they don't harm anybody, not even themselves. So no. And yeah, that's what's really unnerving about his character, and what's scary. And I didn't catch this at first. Like, I remember, well, I think I did, but I think somehow I thought I was probably just seeing it. Okay, the part towards the ending where you see him and you hear his mother's voice, or him, I think, imitating his mother's voice in his head, saying, they won't hurt me, something like that. And oh no, wait, she in his mind was saying how that she'll show them that she won't hurt anybody, and that everyone would just somehow look at her and be like, well, that something like she would have hurt a fly. And then when he looks up, at the camera, then all of a sudden it morphs into the corpse of his mother onto his face, and then it kind of goes back to his face again. And I think I remember when I first saw that, I was like, what just happened? Like, did I just saw something? So I wasn't sure whether if my eyes were playing tricks on me or not, or whether if I was just seeing something that was there. But no, it's there. And as many times I've seen it, and each time I've noticed that, it just like creeped me out. But I think whoever did that well, because it's showing how him having this personality disorder, but also having this psychological disorder problem, that that his mother's personality has completely taken over him, and that Norman is just hidden away inside, because his mother is now in control of him, like his mind and everything else that he might do or say afterwards. And it's like, okay, yeah, I think they did that well, because it was just creepy. And yeah, everything about this movie is good. Like the acting and the editing, especially the morphing part of you see Norman's face, but then you kind of see slightly of his mother's corpse, like of her face, like skeletal, almost like a decomposing corpse onto his face, and then somehow it starts to fade away. So that they did a good job with, and even the music. Um, I I forgive me, I forgot how they did the music, especially I think a certain part of the music, but I would have to look that up again. So yeah, they did a good job with that, because even the music itself is not something you want to listen to before bed, especially when it comes to this shower scene, because that's when it's just that's when it sounds really scary, and you don't want to end up in a situation where that is in your mind, and then you feel uneasy, and then you feel like you have to look over your shoulder, you know. But yes, everyone did such a good job, even the costume designs, and yeah. So I think, I mean, I don't know which parts I like, but I know the shower scene isn't one of them, because that one actually did make me feel paranoid. Like, okay, you know. So, yeah. But yes, everyone did such a good job with this movie, and I have seen the sequels, and I might do them another time. So, yeah, and let me know what you think of Psycho, and what parts do you like, and what is it that you like about the movie. Let me know. And to see more like this, please subscribe and like the video, and leave a comment if Psycho is your favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie. I do like it, although it is like uneasy at the same time, knowing of Norman's character, and the things he does, and just certain things here and there that do make you feel uncomfortable and creeped out. So, but again, it is a good movie to watch. That's all for today, and I'll see you at the movies.